Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of SnowRunner. You join me today up at the town in the Chevy with its new engine, and as you see we've got some metal beams on the back, and the reason for that is we're going to do one of the main story contracts today. We are going to do Not a Drill, and that comes with multiple stages. The first stage is these metal beams. I have to deliver these down to the drilling site. Nothing too difficult on this first leg of the journey. The second leg of the journey is going to be a little bit more interesting, and then the third leg of the journey I've got a little bit of a surprise, because as mentioned in the previous episode, I have now purchased just a couple of DLCs for this game, namely all of them. Not the truck packs though, just the season pass. I got them all 5 of them, so we do have some new shiny vehicles to play with. Most of them we have to go and find, but we did get gifted 2. One has been casually stashed around the map, the other one is in the garage. We will use both of them in this episode. The very first thing we need to do is head across to the drilling site, and we're going to do that via the sawmill shortcut. But this road is insanely bumpy. Now, given that we've been gifted a couple of new trucks, I'm not sure what we're actually going to do with them, and whether we keep them or whether we sell them. One of them seems very, very interesting. The other one I haven't actually tried yet. The one that's still in the garage I haven't tried. We will try that soon and see what it actually is. Yeah, appear to be stuck in the mud. Nothing unusual for this Chevy. If we do keep both the trucks, which I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to do that, but if we do, there's a good chance that this truck doesn't make the cut, unfortunately, because even with an engine upgrade, low range and a diff lock, yeah, it's just struggling. I mean, of course it is raining, and the whole kind of point of this game is to get stuck in the mud, so I can't say I'm mad about this truck not being as capable as the rest of the fleet, but the fleet is quite large at this point now, and it is going to grow. We've got multiple vehicles that we still need to find in this region, and because we've got the season passes now, there's maybe another 30 or so trucks that we've unlocked now. So, although it would be nice to own them all, it's not very practical. Can you perhaps give me the ability to steer back? That would be very much appreciated. So this is probably not the most ideal way of going, but I'm a glutton for punishment, and this is the way that I've chosen to go. As long as the cargo stays on the truck, because I don't currently have a crane anywhere on this map. And my crane is currently still in Alaska. Come on, a little truck that could. There we are. There's the ANK abandoned where I last used it. I am terrible for leaving things around. I think it adds to sort of like the visuals slightly, seeing trucks about the map. Let's go back into auto. I'm sure it can't be that bad. If I remember rightly, this drilling site is a swamp, which is my favourite thing in the world. We do love a swamp. But if we get stuck, like I said, the ANK is nice and handy. Yeah, that's more than a little puddle. I am going to aim for this corner over here. There's a service trailer right there. Lovely little cutscene there. Now we will just park this here, we'll switch it off. We'll have a look at what we've got to do. This is a Dyson diesel contract. That is in Smithfield Dam, so let's head to the garage. And this right here is one of the trucks we were given. But that looks kind of cool. That also looks kind of cool, but I think I'll go for that one because it looks silly. Let's see what other upgrades we've got. I'm sure I have both of those. I can. I like how they're at a funny angle. That's cool. I do need all of the support we can get. Yeah, I can keep those rims. No DLC paint job with this one by the looks of it. We'll go for the red. Yeah, we'll go for the red, white, and black. We'll also make it morning, so it's nice and bright. This thing is the weirdest little truck I've ever seen. It's like a scout vehicle on steroids. They can take cargo. But we're going to use this to head up to Smithfield Dam, and we are going to pick up the oil rig drill. We'll be completely transparent. I have been to Smithfield Dam. I was there when I did this game years ago. When it first came out, I used to live stream this game, and didn't spend an awful lot of time in Alaska because I spent all my time in Michigan. So I am familiar with Smithfield Dam to a point that was terrifying. And let's have a quick look at what the inside cab view is on this thing. Very cool, very, very bouncy. Hard to control this thing. Not sure if we're going to keep this, but it's fun. It's a bit like the can, doesn't really enjoy going in a straight line. But it also has some pretty exceptional camber on those back wheels. And it's a noisy little thing. Maybe if I take it off of all-wheel drive, is it a bit more drivable then? Yeah, slightly. It uses next to no fuel at 2.6 litres a minute. Cool little thing. It's very weird. Very old school as well. That's a tree. That was indeed a tree. At least we know it bounces, and that is exactly why we put a bull bar on the front, because to me, sooner or later, I'm going to crash into everything. So let me know in the comments if you have this truck. I have no idea what season pass this one comes from. I got all 5 of them. I already had one and I got the other 4. So I know it did come from year 1 season pass, but let me know if you have this, what you think of it, and if you don't have it, tell me what you think of it anyway. I think it's quite noisy and difficult to drive. Relatively quick little truck though. And very interesting looking as well. It's weird little slanted beacons on the roof. Let's take it through the mud. Let's go for all-wheel drive. Well, so far, other than being absolutely crazy, it didn't really slow down any for the mud. Which is pretty cool, actually. It's a bit of an animal, this one. Very cheap to run, though, by the looks of it. But I'll head up the road here, straight on to the tunnel at Smithville Dam, and I'll bring you guys back when we get over there, find out where this oil rig drill is. Okay, here we are, finally in Smithville Dam, and the oil rig drill is nearby. There's a garage here. If you've never been to this part of, well, this region before, there is a garage here for you as well, which is where this little scout vehicle is going to end up. I don't actually, I don't really like it. It might grow on me over time. Some of the trucks have a habit of doing that, like the Royal BM. Didn't like it to begin with, and now absolutely infatuated with it. But this one so far, not sold on it. It's a bit like the Can. It's just a bit crazy. I spend more time fixing the direction it's pointing than anything else. I do not expect this to be able to pick up this cargo, but you never know. We've made it here. Service spare parts, vehicle spare parts. That takes 5, which is insane. That was a pretty cool burnout we've just done there. But let's go and drop this off at the garage, and then we will destroy it in the process, and then we'll get a vehicle that, well, we'll have a look at the other vehicle which is sitting up here, and get a vehicle that can pick up that small drill bit. Very well might end up being a Kodiak. There is the other truck. It's like a bigger, scarier version of this one. Well, actually, we're going to use that, but I need to reconfigure it. But I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll bring you guys back when we're picking up that drill part. Okay, here we are. I did go for an unnecessarily large trailer just for a bit of a giggle, and this is the Tatra, an 8-wheel drive twin steer, absolute animal with really cool paint job and really aggressive mud tires. And my choice of trailer was probably not wise, but how bad can it really be? Which I'm pretty sure there's a saying about famous last words for that one. But we've got a long way to go with this. This truck doesn't have the greatest amount of add-ons available to it. There's a few. It can take the folding log carrier that we were using in the previous episode. It can take the cargo bed that it had on when we first seen it parked up, and is in the thumbnail, and a couple of other pieces, but you can only take the high saddle, so although you can get smaller trailers, the trailer that is on the Kodiak, for example, is a 5 cargo trailer, and it could have been used to go and do this, but huge trailer, 8-wheel drive truck, free, all these things are positives. And this thing does not use fuel. 3.5 litres. Oh, there we go. 7 litres. We did cut out. We must have flooded the engine. Seen it just tick up to 8 litres of fuel a minute there, which is nothing. Some of the trucks I've got idle higher than that. Let's head back to Black River. We will get everything sorted out, loaded up, delivered, and we'll move on to the next stage. So I'll see you guys when we're pulling in to the drilling site, as it's called. This is going to be a slow run. This truck is many things, fast is not one of them. I have taken probably the most difficult route to get here, known to man, but we did not get stuck even once, which is really awesome. I very much like this truck, even if it is painfully slow. But even with that ginormous trailer on the back, this truck's just kept going. And it comes with high range gears as well, which, what use they really have, but they're there. And it gives us another option if we ever do somehow manage to get this animal stuck. You can see it just soldiers on. We are using all-wheel drive, and diff lock is available in low range, which we did go into low range to see if it was any better, and it didn't really make any difference, just made me slightly slower. But yeah, nothing but positive things to say about this truck, that's for sure. Very, very pleased with how it's performing. And we're just coming up to the drilling site now, where we should get another pretty cutscene. Cut this corner here, we'll come round it the opposite way as we did last time. The terrain that we've just gone through, there is absolutely nothing here that worries me in the slightest. We have just driven through a literal swamp to get here, so a bit of mud isn't going to cause us any issues at all. Although at some point I am going to have to get rid of this trailer, which is what it is. Make our way over here. There we are. That was a very quick cutscene, but one more stage complete. And we'll just move this absolute animal of a truck over here out of the way. Best thing about it is, it's that slow, it's quite hard to crash. Our next vehicle that we're going to need is the Derry Longhorn, which is all the way up here. As you can see, we are attached to this beast of a trailer. This is where we left at the Derry Longhorn a few episodes ago for the purposes of towing this trailer. So again, it's a bit of a run, but nothing too difficult, and much such the same as what we've just had to deal with, in fact. So I'll crack on with this and I'll bring you guys back when we're nearby. Okay, not far to go now. I will be completely honest, this truck bullied its way through most of it, but then it got dark. I was too lazy to put my lights on, misjudged the corner, and bellied it. So I had to use the ANK just to pull me over the sort of beached area that I found myself in. So very similar to this, in fact, just where I tried to bully my way through a corner, and it didn't work. The truck's damaged because its turning circle is awful, and there's large rocks between where we came from and here. And that thing on the front is called a bumper for a reason. But otherwise, we've made it without much issue. Things like this, gouging the environment with the side of the trailer, but otherwise not really any concern. We've made it here. Otherwise, absolutely fine. This bit's going to be a pain in the backside, but we'll manage. It's nice and slow. We're using full lock here, but the turn circle is just not very good on this truck, which is to be expected given its size. That is a very large truck with a very large trailer going across a bridge that I built. Okay. Just demolish some of these trees here that are causing me issues. Try that one again. Stuck on some tree stumps, I think. That's what happened there. This truck does have a suspension change option. That middle wheel, you can drop that if you so require. I don't. You can. It's definitely an option. Oh, here we are at the drilling site. Other than getting stuck and having to answer the door for a delivery, this has not taken long at all. I actually forgot I was recording, so I actually had a little break between the last cut and now, which sort of makes it feel like this episode's been going on for longer than it really has. It's actually only taken about half an hour. Can I make that last corner? I absolutely can. There we are, first site has been constructed. We get $7,500, which is very nice. And we are just going to recover this truck, and I'm going to do something very unusual. I'm going to sell it. Straight away, just right off the bat, sold it. We have this now. We don't need two of these. One is plenty. But with that being said, I'm going to slowly make my way down to the garage with this truck. And I mean slowly. Sell the trailer off because we no longer require it. And I will end the episode here. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe and see what we get up to in the next episode. I will give you guys a little bit of a teaser. We are going to get a truck in the next episode. I'm personally looking forward to that. But if you haven't done so already, like I said, you can subscribe. You can ring the bell notification as well. That way you get notified when the next video goes live. And you can also join me over on Discord. The link to Discord is in the video description. It's also on the channel page as well. So if that's something that interests you, head over there and come and say hello. And I'll be back tomorrow where we go truck hunting. See you guys soon. Bye for now.